Welcome to Proverb a Day. Today we're on Proverbs 24 for the 24th of the month. I'm sitting here in my front yard. Yay! It's New Year's Eve. We're playing catch up. We haven't had a chance to get some recordings in the last week, so I read them myself on my phone, but I want to give you some life application. So we're reading a life application study Bible, giving you the notes to apply to our life. Okay, I'm going to start with verse 1. Do not be envious of evil men, nor desire to be with them, for their hearts devise violence, and their lips talk of troublemaking. Can you see me? I don't know. Through wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. By knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise man is strong, yes, a man with knowledge increases strength. The note on verse 5. The athlete who thinks, who assesses a situation and plans strategies, has an advantage over a physically stronger but unthinking opponent. And wisdom, not muscle, is certainly why God has put people in charge of the animal kingdom. We exercise regularly and eat well to build our strength. But do we take equal plans to develop wisdom? Because wisdom is a vital part of strength, it pays to attain it. Verse 6. For by wise counsel you will wage your own war, and in a multitude of counselors there is safety. The note on verse 6. In any major decision we take concerning college, marriage, career, children, etc., it is not a sign of weakness to ask for advice. Instead, it is foolish not to ask for it. For good advisors, find good advisors before making any big decision. They can help you expand your alternatives and evaluate your choices. Evaluate your choices. Verse 7. Wisdom is too lofty for a fool. He who does not open his mouth in the gate. He who plots to do evil will be called a schemer. The note on verse 8. Plotting to do evil can be as wrong as doing it, because what you think determines what you will do. Left unchecked, wrong desires will lead us to sin. God wants pure lives, free from sin, and planning evil spoils the purity even if the evil action has not yet been committed. Should you say, then I might as well go ahead and do it because I've already planned it? No. You have sinned in your attitude, but you have not yet damaged other people. Stop in your tracks and ask God to forgive you and put you on a different path. Verse 9. The devising of foolishness is sin, and the scoffer is an abomination to men. If you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. And the note on verse 10. Adversity can be useful. It shows you who you really are, what kind of character you have developed. In addition, it helps you grow stronger. When Jeremiah questioned God because of the trouble he faced, God asked him how he ever expected to face big challenges. God asked him how he ever expected to face big challenges if the little ones tired him out. You can read about that in Jeremiah 12:5. Don't complain about your problems. The trouble you face today is training. It's training you to be strong for the more difficult situations you will face in the future. Remember that, because that is absolutely true. The book of James attests to that. So now we are on verse 11. Deliver those who are drawn toward death, and hold back those stumbling to the slaughter. If you say, surely we did not know this, does not he who weighs the hearts consider it? He who keeps your soul, does he not know it? And will he not render to each man according to his deeds? Of course he will, right? Verse 13, my son, eat honey, because it is good, and the honeycomb, which is sweet to your taste. So shall the knowledge of wisdom be to your soul. If you have found it, there is a prospect, and your hope will not be cut off. Do not lie in wait, O wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous. Do not plunder his resting place. For a righteous man may fall 7 times and rise again, but the wicked shall fall by calamity. Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and do not let your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest the Lord see it and it displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. The note on verse 17 and 18. David, Solomon's father, refused to gloat over the death of his lifelong enemy Saul. See 2 Samuel chapter 1. On the other hand, the nation of Edom rejoiced over Israel's defeat and was punished by God for their attitude. See that in Obadiah 12. To gloat over others' misfortune is to make yourself the avenger and to put yourself in the place of God, who alone is the real judge of all the earth. See Deuteronomy 32, verse 35. We're on verse 18 now, or 19. Do not fret because of evildoers, nor be envious of the wicked, for there will be no prospect for the evil man. The lamp of the wicked will be put out. My son, fear the Lord and the king. Do not associate with those given to change, for their calamity will rise suddenly. And who knows the ruin those two can bring? These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to show partiality in judgment. He who says to the wicked, you are righteous, him the people will curse. Nations will abhor him. But those who rebuke the wicked will have delight, and a good blessing will come upon them. He who gives a right answer kisses the lips. The note on that verse, 26. A kiss on the lips was a sign of true friendship. People often think that they should bend the truth to avoid hurting a friend, but one who gives an honest answer is a true friend. Or is that the truth? Verse 27. Prepare your outside work. Make it fit for yourself in the field, and afterward build your house. A note on 27. We should carry out our work in its proper order. If a farmer builds his house in the spring, he will miss the planting season and go a year without food. If a businessman invests his money in a house while his business is struggling to grow, he may lose both. It is possible to work hard and still lose everything if the timing is wrong or the resources to carry it out are not in place. Verse 28. Do not be a witness against your neighbor without cause, for would you deceive with your lips? Do not say, I will do it to him just as he has done to me. I will render to the man according to his work. The note on verse 29. Here is a reverse version of the golden rule. See Luke 6:31. Revenge is the way the world operates, but it is not God's way. Verse 30. I went by the field of the lazy man, and by the vineyard of the man devoid of understanding. And there it was, all overgrown with thorns. Its surface was covered with nettles. Its stone wall was broken down. When I saw it, I considered it well. I looked on it and received instruction. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. So shall poverty come like a prowler, and your need like an armed man. That was Proverbs 24 for the 24th of the month. I hope you enjoyed it and that you have a blessed day.